Today we're doing bread. I love bread. It's one of my favorite things to make and eat. I used a dinner roll recipe to make a loaf of bread. It's delicious. It's sweet. It's fluffy. It's so good. It's gonna be a fun time today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And click that little bell for notifications. Let's get this bread.
Ooh, ingredients. Hit the like button if you like this style. Let's start with combining 200 grams of water and 100 grams of milk into a microwave-safe vessel. Then warm the mixture till it is 90 Fahrenheit to 95 Fahrenheit. Then add 30 grams of active dry yeast. Then mix together and set aside for 10 minutes to let the yeast bloom. While that is sitting, go ahead and add the dry ingredients together. 600 grams of bread flour, 60 grams of sugar. Make sure to spill it a bit, that's the key to cooking. Side note, if you want your bread to be not as sweet and more to be on the savory side, drop the sugar measurements down to 20 or 30 grams. Then 15 grams of salt, then whisk all that together, and 60 grams of butter that you took out of the fridge to make sure it's soft. When the yeast is ready and bloomed, it looks like this. You're gonna want to add it to your dry ingredients, and don't forget about the egg you put in the fridge so it wouldn't go bad while you're getting everything else prepped, like I did. Add all that to your mixer and mix until well incorporated. Optionally, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can do all this incorporation by hand in a bowl. After incorporation, dump your dough onto an unfloured work surface to knead the bread. This increases the gluten levels in the bread. You need to knead the bread for 10 minutes. Once your arms are noodles, make your dough into a taut ball. Then plop your dough boy in an oil bowl. I used olive oil for it, and then oil some plastic wrap to cover it. Oof. Don't mind me, just gotta pick that up. Set the little doughboy aside at room temperature for an hour or until it's doubled. While you are waiting, rub butter all over the pan that you're using for baking your bread, and then take some time to learn a new dance. Or don't, and you can just stare at a wall for an hour like I did. When you're done staring into the abyss, punch the dough down. Put the dough on a lightly floured work surface and roll it out to a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch in thickness. And make sure it's not too long for your pan. I'm using a 9x4 inch loaf pan. Then roll it up and plop it in the pan and push it to the side and forget about it for an hour at room temperature or until it doubles in size. When the dough is all puffed up, do an egg wash with an egg and a splash of milk. I used whole milk. Brush the loaf all over with the wash and then put it in an oven set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and leave it in there for 15 to 20 minutes. When it is done, you can insert a toothpick in the middle and it should come out clean. Take the bread out of the pan straight out of the oven and put it on a cooling rack. Wait a few hours for it to cool completely before cutting into it. It's very important for the integrity of the bread. I tasted the end piece, because if that tastes good, you know you did it right. Now for my super secret sandwich recipe. For this sandwich, I put on pickle slices, shredded lettuce, roast beef, sriracha mayo, shredded cheese, and honey mustard. And I did something here, let me tell you boys. The sweetness of the bread really works well with the savoriness of everything on the sandwich, which to me makes the perfect sandwich. Sandwich montage!
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to comment any suggestions for future videos. Let me know if you made the recipe. I would love to see it. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook at the Derpy Kitchen. In the comment section, let me know, should I start a TikTok? See you next week. Because if you haven't noticed, I post every Sunday.